Hi everyone. To make this pattern, cast on 18 stitches for each repeat. Here I am making 2 repeats. So I have casted on 37 stitches, 1 stitch extra for the edge. I'm going to change the color now. I'll do chain 1, turn, and this entire row will be single crochets. I need to do 2 rows of single crochets. So row 1 and row 2 are single crochets. In the same stitch, I'll do single crochet and I'll ensure that I have 37 single crochets for this row and the next row. I'm doing second row of single crochets. Row 3, which is coming up on the right side of the work, I need to do a chain of 4. In the same stitch, I'll do triple crochets. For that, I need to have 2 yarn overs, and I'll do 3 triple crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, and 3. So including the first chain, I have 4 triple crochets here. Now I will do a chain of 2, skip 6 stitches. In the 7th stitch, I'll do a single crochet and I'll do 4 more single crochets. So I need to have a total of 5 single crochets here. Now I'll do a chain of 2, skip 6 stitches. In the 7th stitch, I'll do 7 triple crochets. For that I did 2 yarn overs. So those are 7 triple crochets, a chain of 2. Now skip 6 stitches. In the 7th stitch onwards, do 5 single crochets. Chain 2 and triple crochet after skipping 6 stitches in the 7th stitch. You need to do 4 triple crochets here. Row 4, this is where we'll make these puffs. We need to make, if you have 7 triple crochets, you need to make 7 puffs. Since here we have 4 triple crochets, we'll make 4 puffs. For the first puff, I'll make a chain of 3, yarn over. In the same stitch, pull the yarn over and pull the yarn. So I did it twice because I already have a chain of 3. For the rest of them, I'll do it 3 times. Pull the yarn through all the loops and lock. Going to the next triple crochet, yarn over and pull the yarn 3 times. Pull the yarn and lock. Yarn over, pull the yarn 3 times. and lock. For the last one, again 3 times. Now chain 2. Out of these 5 single crochets, skip the first and the last single crochet and do 3 single crochets over the center 3 single crochets. Chain 2. Now we will do 7 puffs over 7 of these triple crochets. So start with the yarn over and pull 3 times. So I did all the 7 puffs. Now chain 2 and 3 single crochets, skipping the first and the last single crochet. Chain 2 and 4 puffs over these 4 triple crochets. This is how it looks in the front side. So all the puffs are made very well. They are kind of puffing out very well on the front side. Now the next 2 rows will be 2 rows of single crochets. If you see this one, I just did single crochets, but we need to be very careful here. When we come here, what happens is we have done a lock, which is 1 stitch, and then we did a pull through. So you will generally find 2 stitches for each puff. So you need to ensure that out of these 7 puff stitches that you have, you just need to have 8 single crochets over these puffs, 3 single crochets in these. So that will make you have only 37 single crochets. So row number 5 is single crochet throughout. So chain 1, in the same stitch a single crochet, that's 1. I'll go into this gap between the 2 puffs. I'll do another single crochet, into this gap the 3rd single crochet, and into this gap the 4th single crochet. What happens is every puff has 2 stitches because I pulled the yarn through all the loops and then I locked it, so it kind of gives 2 stitches. So if you're going to do single crochets over both the stitches, then you will have a very big row, and that will not be 37 stitches. So you need to ensure that you just have 37 stitches. For that you need to ensure that over these puffs you have just 8 single crochets, not more than that. So there I have my 37 stitches. Row number 6 is also a row of single crochets with the same color yarn. Row number 7 and 8 are again rows of single crochet, but with the change in the yarn. So I'm using a green color yarn, and I'll do 2 more rows of single crochets. I've made 2 more rows of single crochets. Now this pattern needs to come in this and in this area, like this, like the one in yellow. So for having the pattern over here, I need to start with 3 single crochets over here, which I was having here. I had 5 single crochets here, but now I need to have 3 single crochets over here. So in the first stitch I'll do the first single crochet and 2 more single crochets, chain 2, triple crochets. Now after skipping 6 stitches, In the 7th stitch, I'll do 7 triple crochets. Now chain 2, skip 6. From the 7th stitch onward, do 5 single crochets. Chain 2, skip 6. In the 7th stitch, again do 7 triple crochets. Chain 2, skip 6. From 7, 8, 9 stitches, in these 7, 8 and 9 stitches, do 3 single crochets. And the next row onwards, you anyway know that you need to make puff stitches and then single crochets. Chain 1, 2 single crochets. Skip the 3rd single crochet. Chain 2. Make 7 puffs over these 7 triple crochets by having yarn over first. Go into the first triple crochet and do 3 times the puff stitch. I made puff stitches and I also made chain of 2. Then skip these, the first and the last single crochet. In the center, 3 single crochets, do 3 single crochets. Chain 2, puff stitch all over these triple crochets. Chain 2, skip the single crochet, the first one, and do 2 single crochets. Now you need to do 2 more rows of single crochets and you need to ensure that you just have 37 stitches. This is the wrong side and this is the right side.